The worship and anti-faith wiles of the devil include things like this. He tempts us to sin. Our actions in life are actually worship to one God or another. Like if we're doing God's will, then that's worshiping God. If we're involved in sin, then we're worshiping the devil. So our actions do exhibit worship. It's called spiritual worship in Romans 12:1. Okay, signs and wonders. We know the devil, he sends people to do signs and wonders like the fire from heaven beast in the Old Testament. There's an upcoming fire from heaven beast talked about in the book of Revelation. There's this man of sin, man of perdition, who also does signs and wonders. So the devil does have power to do miraculous things that would incline people to believe that they're from God. So that gives them a great ability to deceive. Okay, another wile of the devil is that he likes to blind the minds of people and block them from salvation. In fact, tightly related to blinding the minds, one of the things that he does, he likes to bring people under the law. And so he can spoil people from receiving salvation by bringing them under the law. And he can also hinder believers by trying to pull them out of grace and pull them in the law. And we know that if you go back under the law, Christ will profit you nothing. You become estranged from Christ when you go under the law. And so you cut yourself off from Jesus when you go under the law. The law is literally, it's anti-Christ. If you're in the law, you are separated from Christ. It cuts you off from him. Another thing that's really going to be a big deal is he tries to steal the word. So you can do a Bible study and learn some great things about healing or provision or protection. Then the devil's going to try and come along and try and pluck that word out of your heart before it's had a chance to take root. And so we'll talk about that and see what kind of tactics he uses and what can we do about that. Of course, he wants to make us doubt and waver. And you can actually see him doing that with Jesus. Like if you look in Matthew chapter 4 and Luke chapter 4, when Jesus was in the temptation after his 40 days without food, the devil was constantly tempting him, and he would say things to him like, if you are the Son of God, you can make these stones become bread. He was always saying, if you are the Son of God, if you are the Son of God. And so what's he doing? He's trying to make Jesus doubt and question his identity. Okay, then again, kind of linking together, bringing another gospel. I kind of link that also together with bringing people under the law and even kind of blinding the minds. So a lot of times the devil will bring another gospel, and a lot of times that other gospel will be something law related. It could be another religion altogether, but a lot of times it's law related. And then a very common thing that he does is he perseveres against people in the body of Christ. And so one of the things that we desperately need is we need perseverance, we need endurance.